and welcome back to the channel for the weekend video. So this is the oldie but a goodie shave. I've been tag teamed in this by Jack at the virtual Groom room and Lyle the SaskShaver. So thank you very much, gentlemen. Should be a good one. So what I'm going with for the oldie but a goodie will be a cream that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, and that is Taylor of Old Bond Street. So yeah, going with the Eton College scent. It's a very nice scent. It's masculine, floral, a little bit of citrus. I do quite enjoy it indeed. So the brush for today, sticking with the oldie but a goodie theme, is going to be my Badger and Blade Essentials Boar. Little Omega Boar knot here. This brush goes back to, well, back to when I first started wet shaving, really. And you know, I was active, very active in Badger and Blade, and let me go with that much cream, I think. Very active in Badger and Blade, and they have their Essential Boar thing that comes out every year, and as a group buy offered through West Coast Shaving, and I just had to have it, so I bought it, and it's been in the collection ever since. I don't use it all that much, so I don't use boar knots all that much, to be honest, but that being said, it is a good little knot, and I do enjoy using it. So all I'm doing is I'm just smearing the cream onto my face, because I am a face latherer, so I like to keep things consistent. Now, consequently, if you are a bowl latherer, you could just smush this down into your lather bowl or right into your knot. Now, this cream is kind of old, so it is drying out a little bit. So it's not as moist, for lack of a better word, as it was. A little harder to spread around, but that's okay. Once we introduce some water to it, it should start to lather up nicely. And I'll just splay the tips right off the bat with a fairly damp knot. And as you can see, almost instant lather. Now, going back to the TOBS, definitely an oldie but a goodie. I think almost all of us probably have at least one tub of Taylor of Old Bond Street in the den. I mean, this stuff is a classic, and you know, it's basically been a gateway drug for almost all of us getting into wet shaving. You know, a lot of us start off with the Parassos, Taylor of Old Bond Street, etc. Then we move on into the artisanal products, but you know, for a mass-produced product, I will say Taylor of Old Bond Street will always have a place in my den. If I do like to reach for cream from time to time, it's either this or E-Shave. They both make fantastic products. And the scents on Taylor of Old Bond Street are generally always really good. And I do like this one a lot. Like I said, floral, it's masculine, little citrusy, little cologne-like. Just an all-around great scent, and you know, it lathers easy. Creams are a great way to get people into the hobby because they are so easy to lather. I think I'll do one more application of water and we'll go with that. It's well hydrated. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Mine's going pretty good. Gonna try and get some guitar tracks done tomorrow, I think. Yeah, that feels good. I think I can roll with this. Got lather for days here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can play with that. Yeah, try and get some recording done, another song done, another couple songs. Very time consuming, at least for me anyway. Fussed around all day yesterday getting my tones set, and I think I have them set. Razor for today, 1961 F1 Gillette $1.95, also known as the Gillette Fatboy. We have a Voskhod in here, and I do believe we are at setting number 3. Just kind of where I like to roll, and we'll get right into it. So yeah, no, I find the recording time consuming. You know, when you can't see well, it's a little harder to do everything, but we're getting her done. I have one song done. Pretty much. Sent it out to a couple people for evaluation, and they liked it. Which is good, because that's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Good hard rock song. It's not 100% perfect, but I don't think I'm gonna get them 100% perfect. Not with the platform I have to use them from. And that's gonna be my little segue into the continuation from last week, or the last video, the Zoom challenge, where I was talking about my other phone. So what I'm doing basically is I'm using GarageBand to record. So I can go direct in, or not direct in, but I can record my guitars just by using the audio recorder and the in-phone microphone on the iPhone, which is fine. Sound quality is not bad. Now, like I said, I spent a large chunk of yesterday kind of futzing with my amp settings and my guitar settings, or my guitar pedal settings, to get the tone that I want. And it sounds great to my ears in the living room. It's not quite as good on the recording, because, well, I mean, the iPhone microphone is just that. There's no preamp, you can't tweak anything, and it's, you know, if the volume isn't set perfectly on the amp, you get a bit of clipping in the recording, because I had the phone down by the amp, and yada yada yada. But anyway, it sounds pretty good. It sounds really good with headphones in the mix. So just as a heads up, when I do release some songs, which I will, probably in a video or something, I would recommend wearing headphones, because they're all mixed. All the songs I'm doing are all mixed in stereo. I have stuff panned left and right, a little bit of effects with the GarageBand effects and stuff like that. So your best listening experience is going to be with headphones, and good headphones. Which brings me to the other thing. When recording, if you do multi-guitar tracks like I do, because I don't just have a single guitar track, I usually have guitars doubled up, playing different parts. When I do the first track with earbuds, it's fine. But when I go to do the second track, and I'm monitoring the first track and listening, I got the metronome going too, the click track going in my ears. The microphone and the earbuds also picks up noise, picks up me breathing, picks up me moving my head. And if you're playing electric guitar, it picks up the acoustic strings ringing out, or the acoustic sound of just the strings ringing out in the track, which is not ideal, because the way my guitars are set up, sorry, shave's going really good here. The way my guitars are set up, my actions are nice and low, so my strings do buzz a bit, but they don't buzz when you hear them recorded, which is fine. But that earbud picks up all that buzzing and all that crap. So what I did, because I couldn't find earbuds anywhere here that didn't have a microphone on them, But I did find headphones that are just straight headphones. No microphone, no nothing. But they have the 3.5mm jack, which does not compute with my iPhone. I have a newer iPhone with the lightning jack. So what I did was I found my old iPhone, which I kept, and that has the 3.5mm jack. So now I'm doing all my recording in the old iPhone. So the only microphone on that that's active is the phone microphone, which means if I'm recording guitars, all it's picking up is guitars. It's not picking up breathing, it's not picking up stereo, not picking up string buzz or nothing. So that's great. And then after I do the guitars and get everything in time, then I have to bring up the bass guitar function in the track. And if you never played with GarageBand, it's actually pretty cool. You can bring up a bass guitar and you can bring up the fretboard, and it gives you 2 octaves starting at the nut. So you can actually play the bass like you're playing a real bass guitar. And you just tap the notes that you want to play. So now I'm writing bass lines and coming up with stuff. And then when you want to record drums, you can bring up a drum kit. It's a 5-piece kit. So snare, 2 rack toms, floor tom, kick drum. You get your hi-hats, crash cymbal, and a ride. And depending on where you hit some of the drums, you get different sounds. So if you hit the left edge of the snare, you get the rim shot and the snare sound. If you hit the right edge of the snare, you get just the snare. If you hit the rim, you get the rim shot. If you hit the right side of the hi-hats, you get closed hi-hats. If you hit the left side, you get open hats. So on and so forth. So when I do record songs, and I'm going to try and do a funny little music video, if I can, which is show me playing the guitar parts and then show me playing the bass and the drums. But the bass and the drums would be me on the iPhone. And so to play the drum tracks, I am literally sitting there with the phone on the kitchen table, tapping on the screen with my fingers, manually playing the drum beat like I'm playing a drum kit. And it's tough. I probably did 50 takes on this one song I have done to get everything close, and even then it's still not 100%, but it's as good as I'm gonna get it, I think. So I mean, I don't think you're gonna release professional grade recordings with this, but what a great way to get together, you know, some demos. Like I'm trying to build up an EP worth of material. So, which I do have enough material for, of hard rock songs. Now I'm working on maybe an EP of country, so I'll have one of both. But it's a great way to do scratch tracks and have the ideas. So if you can make it into a recording studio or something, then you know what you're going to play. You have everything practiced, rehearsed. And for somebody like me that's a multi-instrumentalist, I can play all the instruments anyway. So everything I do on GarageBand, I could redo in a music studio. But with the drums, I would do a more complex drum beat than what I can do in GarageBand. You're limited to how many fingers you have and how coordinated you are and how you're able to hit everything. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to get some music together and share with people. So, and then the fact I can do bass and drums in the app means the only time I have to make noise and bother my family is getting the guitar tracks done. And just clean it up here. I'm going for a super BBS. So that's the only noise I have to make, and the rest of it I can just do. So yeah, so I got one done. If you want to hear it, let me know. I'll either do a video on it or try and make a music video, or if we're friends on Facebook, I could send it to you in Messenger. And yeah, it's fun. Gives me something to do. Keeps me from losing my mind. But anyway, that was the shave. just an all-around good shave, you know. I like one of those shaves I could just ramble on and talk about music and stuff, and you don't really have to think about what you're doing. And then before you know it, you're done. And that's the kind of a shave that TOBS will give you. Is it, you know, super hydrating? No, it's a bit drying. But it's perfectly slick enough. There's actually a decent little bit of residual slickness there, though. I'm kind of surprised. It's a good shave. Alright, so something I always pair up with Taylor of Old Bond Street, Eton College, because I do not have the matching splash, is another oldie but a goodie, and that is the giant bottle of Pinaud Clubman, or Clubman Pinaud, the original splash. This is such a classic. Such a classic scent. It's a great scent. Just a big old freaking heaping bottle of it. All alcohol. Oh, a little bit of feedback going a little deep over here, I think, but that quickly went away. Oh yeah, it was a good shit. That's gonna dehydrate into a nice BBS. Oh, I love the smell of that stuff. Just so classic. Love it so much. Splash a little bit more on there. So yeah, so that's my story. That's what I'm up to. Like I said, I might try and do a music video. The only thing that scares me about doing that is trying to sync everything up in all the video clips, because I'm kind of a funny guy. I like to think I'm a funny guy. So I kind of have it all storyboarded out in my head. It's just a matter of getting it all recorded and then trying to sync it all up with the music. And that would be the fun part. But anyway, that's the shave, guys. The oldie but goodie. Tags. Tags. Who the hell hasn't been tagged in this yet? Jeez, I don't know. I am going to tag. I'm going to tag just Lance, and I'm going to tag Tim at For the Love of the Shave. I don't know if either of them have done this yet, so I'm going to send that off to you two, the oldie but goodie shave. So that's it for this this iteration. I do appreciate all the support from all my subscribers and all the people watching out there. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, friends, have a great day and even better shave. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.